Fellows, welcome to the show. As you see, the title is Approach Exercises. When people pop into the room, I'm going to start the approach exercises. Until then, I guess I'll go over some of the recent comments. Chris James, I'll do a video response to your comment. I realize that you're a mulatto. You sit in the middle of both races, and you don't want to hear anybody talk bad about white folks. I get that. I'm not a mulatto, but I do kind of sit more towards the black side, but I'm also fair to the white folks as well. I know the problems in the white community. I study that shit. I know you said you're walking through Chicago and walking through 7 hours of walking through New York and all that. I always look at your group by who you date. As I like to talk about mulatto girls, they either go black or they go white. They start dating, white guys, and that's who they identify with. My brother's sons, they're dating white chicks. In fact, one has a son, or one of the sons has a son, and he's like a quarter black, I guess. Actually, less than that, because no black is pure black. We're the mixed ones. You guys are biracial. We're mixed. You're biracial. Because most 75% of us have other shit in us. So I'll upload that. No need to comment. I'm going to actually show you some real truth. Okay? One thing, like as I'm going to talk about in the video, it's okay. I understand you got an opinion. But I'm going to be showing you actual facts as to why a lot of the racist people, when they see those numbers, they'll try to use the whole percentage of black people thing. And I'm going to debunk that. Actually, I left links for debunking all that nonsense. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that so many blacks are in jail who are wrongfully convicted. I think it's 44%, something like that. White folks start researching this shit, and they came out with these numbers. So your mom's people did the research on this, and they came out with this. And there's also a PDF you can read that I'm reading. It's on my other computer. Wow. So that really changed that. But you can't look at percentages when the population sizes are unequal. It just won't come out like that. Let's go on. I understand you said you don't care about that, and I agree. Asian neighborhoods are safe to walk through. I totally agree with that. Black neighborhoods may not be that safe for black folks. The thing is, blacks are scared of white folks. They're scared of the cops coming, so they actually leave them alone. In fact, black on white crime, blacks attacking whites, of the numbers that I saw, actually I have new numbers, I think it's like 85% of the deaths of white folks are at the hands of other white people. And I'll show you that in my video. So anyways, let's move on. I'm waiting for people to pop in so we can start something good. Waiting for them to pop into my live chat and sign up for approach exercise. We're going to do scenarios, and you want to come up with your best lines to step over and introduce yourself and all that to a female. I'll come up with the scenarios, and just like I did the other day, and you try to come up with your best lines. The other day it was just okay. Nothing really smooth. Nothing really super playerish. Try not to be cute or try to be, funny. Try to keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate what should be simple when you step over to girls. Approach shouldn't be a nightmare. It shouldn't be a scary process for you. It should just be something normal. That's where you have to be able to drop your fear, whatever your issues are. Pelori, what's up? All right. Well, you popped in. So I guess you're the first victim. And Pelori, we are doing an exercise today. Those who show up in the chat room, you'll be doing an exercise called approach. I'm going to give you a scenario, okay? I'll outline, and I want you to type in your best approach line for each different scenario. Let me know if you're ready. I'll be back in a moment. One of the things I want to do is try to help you guys get better. Even for free like this.
You've got mail.
Last time I was here, I focused on history because that's what the conversation was. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I'm looking at an email that's very important.
Olá,
¿Cómo estás, señora?
estou bem, e o senhor como é que está?
You driving home?
Huh?
I'm actually on a live show. Are you driving home?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm just now getting in the car. I'm getting ready to leave right now.
Okay, I'll see you when you get here.
Okay, see you later.
It's a log.
Bye-bye.
Okay. All right, sorry to keep you waiting. To Truly Alpha, I have no idea how to do that. All right, Pelori, you're ready. You're walking down the mall. There's a chick walking down the mall. She's carrying a bag with obviously would look like a new pair of shoes in it. You get ready to pass her and step up. What are you going to say? How are you going to open it up? Remember to think of using the environment. Okay? It's the mall. You know how malls are. She's carrying a new pair of shoes. So go on and type your answer in below. Truly Alpha, I'm about to ban you again because you tend to troll. If you're going to troll here, I don't have time for that. I'm trying to do something here. Oh man, I'm going to choke. Okay, here's my answer. You got to learn to activate what I call your pimp brain and learn how to pimp each situation out to your advantage. Whether in the game with women or the game of business or the game of life. So pimp it out. Shamar, you're next. While you're here, going to do the exercise, you're walking down the mall. There's a chick walking toward you. She's carrying a bag that has obviously a square bag that has a new pair of shoes in it. Then Truly Alpha, pay attention. I'll wait for Shamar's response. Okay. Now, Pelori, don't say pretty lady. They hear that too much. Your answer was, what's up, pretty lady? Looks like we're both out here shoe shopping. Now, the end part isn't bad. We're both out here shoe shopping. And you can lead from that into what type of shoes did you get? And ask them, what's the occasion for those? She goes into a conversation. Well, I'm going to like a wedding or a function at work. That leads to other subjects. A wedding. Who's getting married? How long have you known them? Are you one of the best ladies, or is that what they call them? Best ladies or whatever? No, best man, maiden of honors or maidens or whatever they call them. How long has she known the bride to be, or is she a friend of the groom? Do you see how that conversation can, just one simple statement can open up? Shamar, yours actually won't work. Well, hello to you today. Well, actually, anything will work, but yours is very generic, very simple. You want to try to learn to use the environment versus, hey, can I holler at you, or hello to you today? That's that'll get it done. But let's try to be a little more creative and learn to use the environment. Ready for the next scenario? Truly Alpha, did you understand what I just said? Remember, girls get hit on all the time if they're attractive. They can't even walk down the fucking mall without dudes approaching them. So you want to come in a little bit more differently. Like, good thing that Pelori actually used the shoes. As I showed you, that can lead to a conversation. You get a conversation going, and that's where you can lead to other things, such as exchanging numbers, opening up for friendship, whether you're cold approaching or whether you're going by eye contact. Try to use the environment, if you can use the environment off the top, from the get-go. Because remember, they get approached all the time. Especially, sisters and brothers. Brothers are always thirsty. Truly, do you come to this mall often? Is it always this crowded? Now, that's like the one that they use. Do you come to this nightclub often? You don't want to ask if they come to a place often, like a nightclub, because that makes them look like a tramp. But the last part is good. Like, let's say you're walking down and it's super crowded in there, and you look at her and you stop and say, "Hey, is this mall always this crowded?" That's great. Good job on that, Alpha. That's an okay opener there. All right. Next. You're on a bus. There's a chick sitting. There's a seat open next to her. She's sitting next to the window. She's wearing some earbuds, and it's really loud. You can actually hear the song. It's that song, "Pour Some Sugar on It." Just to let you know what it sounds like, let me go get it. It's a famous rock song. Doesn't matter, you can make it whatever race you want. Def Leppard. By the way, this song, white chicks love.
This is where your ice cream comes from. With creamy poop
Hold
of
on.
mystic unicorn. Totally clean, totally cool. And
Hello, Tanya.
straight from us.
Hold on, let me.
What I was calling for is Tanya is in the process. She don't have nowhere to work. So Garvin said he was going to talk to you about the car, but the car belongs to Garvin because we signed the papers and everything.
It's my mother.
For him, huh?
I'm actually doing a live call right now, Mother. So everybody across the world can hear you.
You understand what?
Everybody across the United States and Europe can hear what you're saying right now.
I said, Tanya wants to borrow the car, I donate the car, that Toyota.
Yeah, your car that you gave to Garvin. Yeah.
I didn't give nothing to Garvin. I just let him drive it all this time.
Well, you basically gave it to him, like you said. Now, what are you talking about?
I didn't give it to him. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I said.
Sorry about this.
I asked God to, when he sells the car, I donate the car to Tanya because she's translating every day she because of work. She has written work there at 12:30 every day.
Mama, let me just call you back. Okay, this is minor. This is minor stuff. I'm busy right now. Let me call you back. She's got sneaky. She used Tanya's number to get me to pick up. I don't normally pick up her calls because it's minor shit. Okay, this is what the song sounds like. Some of you may recognize it. Hold on. Let me jump forward. Okay, so you hear that coming out of the earbuds. You walk over. Pelori says, pour some sugar on it. Jeez, that song brings back my childhood now. It's pour some sugar in my coffee so I can actually get things done by the day. Yeah. What's up, Bangura? How do we get on the video? You're on the video. Supreme, wait till you see one of my new bitches. Okay. Shamar says, white girl mode. Okay, so you walk up and she's sitting there and go. Remember the seat next to her? You could hear what's coming out of the earbuds, but you don't have to, let her know that you can hear it. Okay? What's your best opening line? Bangura says sup, and that's one of those simple openers. Just open it up, say hello. Shamar, hi. Are you doing? Hi, are you doing? I see you got a thing for rock music. Yo, I'm digging that, sis. Okay. Pelori says that was my line. My best opener is how are you? How are you? Sharmar, we got it. Okay, let's see. Truly Alpha, smile, say I love this song, and ask if I can sit down. Very good. Very good. Truly Alpha. Sharmar, let's see, where's Sharmar? Are you, I think he wants to say, how are you doing? I see you got a thing for rock music. Actually, I hear you got a thing. What's coming out of your earbuds? I hear you got a thing for rock music. That's a cool song. That's how you could use that song or the environment. Disoriented Hobo. I did a show on you. Disoriented, why are you using that fake photo as your avatar? Do you have a problem with putting your own face up? Not to jump on you when you first come in. I just when I saw that, I thought, oh, he's got his real face. Finally, he's being a man. And then I go and I see that. I feel sorry for the person who has a fucked up head like that. But, why would you use that? Let's get back to this, though. No more video hangouts. Video hangouts. You mean, what is that? That Google Hangout thing. Not for a while. Oh, you want to show your new girl off. Yeah, Google. Disoriented Hobo. Can you see my real face? I don't understand what the difference is between YouTube and Facebook. I don't really care. You use it like it's something special. Because it's YouTube, you can't show your face. Okay, let's see. Wait, Supreme, am I allowed to cold approach chicks in my college class yet? I know you forbid it before, but I gotta try it with this one girl. I don't forbid anything. How you live your life is the way you want. If you have to, you live your life. I just try to give you a better way that will conserve more energy and more time and save you from less rejection. Okay. Let's see. Shamar Moore, I love Guns N' Roses. Maybe we can get together and listen to some tunes together. How would when I'm okay, that's too fast. You're suggesting she actually meet with you? You're gonna get asked out on that type of approach there, Shamar. She doesn't know you yet. She don't know if she even likes you yet. And guys that do that usually are very thirsty. They're trying to run past the border all the time. And yeah, there's also Def Leppard. You got the wrong group. Who sing that song? I don't listen to rock. I believe I mentioned it was Def Leppard, and Pelori here says Def Leppard also. Disoriented Hobo, what's going on is I'm doing approach exercises. Let me give you an example, okay, of me in that situation. Let's see, she's on the bus, she's listening to music, and first thing I do is ask, hey, you mind if I sit here? Sit down. And next thing I do, I see you listen to Def Leppard. That's a damn good song. And that was started up. And then I asked her, you a fan? Cool. I used to hear that song in the club all the time. Girls love that song. What is about the song that you guys like? Because you guys seem to go off on that. When I was in the clubs, white chicks would start dancing like they were strippers. Start, body rolls and touching themselves and shit like that. And, they just go off, go ape shit over it. And by the way, I'm digging into, how the song makes her feel. I'm digging into her feelings, emotions. And that's what you want to do. Chewy Alpha asked, you can ask if that's her favorite song. Pelori, this is why you're the Master Supreme. Shamar, wow, good shit, Supreme. Pelori, teach us, peasant. A lot of it is your style and your attitude. Like, Bangura, he can get away with saying, what's up? What's up? And if you have that kind of charisma energy, she's going to respond. I like to go extra and get that conversation rolling. Okay, let's do another one. Now, my favorite, let's go to the college, because Pelori's got an issue at the college. And let's participate now. Let me ask Pelori something. Is the girl in your class? And if so, which class is it? Fuck. Calculus, huh? Okay. All right. So we've got the scenario. There's a girl in calculus class, right? She sits 2 rows away. I got easy conversation starters because our teacher has a hilarious accent. Oh, good. Let's use that also. The teacher's hilarious accent. The class is ended. She's on her way out. Step up and write your approach. While you're doing that, let me answer B Vlog's question. Yeah, he needs to get back in the game as quickly as possible because all he's going to do is think about her. They've been together 15 years. Your brain becomes wired. The snaps of your brain become wired to one person. She's not going to be there. And that person triggers emotions. So his snaps are going to be firing off. And tell him it's, because your snaps are fired off. They're wired to her. And right now, she's gone. They're going to be firing off. And she's not there because she's not there. So it's going to cause a big mind fuck to him. And he needs to replace her as quickly as possible with just a starter hoe. Just a girl he can have some sex with, have some fun with. Doesn't have to be hot. Just get some pussy in the bed. Sharmar. Hey, lady, can I ask you something about your accent? It's very sexy. Nope, it's the teacher who has the accent. Also, I would never approach girls. Hey, lady. You have that urban thing going on, the black thing. And that's something we're going to have to drop. Because sisters are tired of it. They get it all the time. Hey, ma. Back when I was younger, it was, hey, ma, can I holler at you? Remember, college is full of people who are trying to better themselves. They're not in that ghetto life, that thug life, that urban life. They're trying to actually, become better. So be a master of that life, the new life. Sharmar, hobo, get the fuck out there. I'm not sure. Out of here. Hobo said something. Oh. So, everybody write your approach down. Truly Alpha, man, I really didn't understand the subject today. Did you understand what was going on? Now, that is good. That was what I was going to say also. Also, his accent. Then Alpha asked if you could study with her. Study with her, get it? That means spend some time getting to know each other. You mind if I copy your notes? Or did you take notes? Cool. Do you mind if I copy them sometime? Or you free later on today? I'll buy coffee if you let me copy your notes. You notice how I say it, the attitude I use? I'm not stiff and tight. You want to be relaxed when you talk to girls you don't know. What's up? What's up? What's up? Mind if I catch a few notes from you? Well, you don't know if she did any notes. You want to ask, hey, did you get past his accent to get some notes? You can crack a joke on his accent. You can try to impersonate his accent at the same time. I can't do the Russian accent yet, but... Sharmar, that old school Philly in me. Okay. He says, Flory, okay, I did. Good. So you don't know if she has. He goes, I can't understand a damn word this goofball is saying in class. That's going a little bit too far into insulting him. You don't want to call a teacher a goofball unless she's disrespectful to teachers. She might respect the teacher. She might even like the guy. So you got to be careful of that. Not bad, Eric. Hobo, I was with my... Okay, stop talking about your girl. You're here to learn, so put aside that bitch. So that's how easy it is, Pelori. Just walk up to her and ask if, did she take notes today? And ask if you can compare notes. And then, say something about his accent. His accent's a little bit hard to understand. Have you had problems too? And then they ask, so where's he from? Where do you think he's from? Oh, and she says, I think he's from Spain. Oh, Oh, okay. I thought he's from Russia or something, off the wall like that. I don't know if this orange is black. I think he's actually a white guy. This orange hobo, I think you're actually a white dude. Although you did say that was your photo that you posted on up earlier of the Halloween thing. I don't know. How they, Truly Alpha says, how do they expect us to learn if the teacher can speak clear English? Well, if he speaks clear English, you learn very well. I agree, it's a black guy. It's a very insulting photo. Don't know why the brother put up an insulting photo to represent himself as a man. Maybe one day he'll drop that nonsense. Pelori says, Supreme, I'm growing my beard out, so it's in a bad state. So I can't approach chicks with this on my face. That's what you think. That's your opinion. Is that opinion true or not? Guys grow beards every day, and they still approach girls. Guess I got to shave. Not necessarily. I'm getting ready to shave mine to show you guys the difference between why I grow a beard, because I have a baby face, but to show you the difference between having a beard and a non-beard. Some type of facial hair. Hobo says I'm not Caucasian, basically. That don't make sense. Well, the photo you threw up was, insulting to our race. What black guy does that? I guess you're one of those new young black dudes. Bangura, on my way to meet my new hoe. Be careful of your main girl, man. Hobo, I make people laugh. That's how I got my girl. Okay, new scenario. You guys ready? Banger says just talk to main girl. Cool. He's a black guy. That's not funny. Makes you look childish. Exactly. I agree with his black guy. Okay, new scenario. Approach. We got to pick up our approaches. You're in a nightclub. She's standing at the bar with a green drink. You walk up. What are you going to say? And please don't use, hey, ma, hey, honey, hey, baby, hey, good looking, hey, lady. No urban shit. Good one. Banguru says, that a new drink? I have never tried that. What is it? Bartender, can I have what she is having? Start convo. Hi, my name is John. Sharmar. First, I got to see that icon. Forget about all that. Okay, let's assume that it's already happened. She's already given you eye contact, fellas. I forgot to mention that. Or if you're hoe chaser, do what you do. Yes, Eric. Eric asks, it's green, right? We're waiting, fellas. Come on. You got to get your brains to work fast. I've been that had my opener. King Wa. Hey, how's your night going? What you drinking? It looks interesting. Not bad. Okay. Nothing super spicy or good though. Shermar. Hello to you. Wait. He took it back. Good. Because that one sucked. The one I said above is good. Drink a smoothie in a nightclub? Oh, I didn't see that. They don't have smoothies in nightclubs. Just so you know, Eric. I know you're underage. You're not aware of that. Can I have some of drink? That makes you look like makes you like a hobo. Hobo? Flory. Is that drink really green, or did I have a few too many myself? Anyways, well, see, you're asking a question. You gotta wait for a response. You ignore your question, and then you ask another question. Anyways, what is that? I need to try it out. You don't know if it's good or not. Kevin, that drink looks like it could knock you out. That's kind of like what my response would be. Eric, I process things slower because not your brain works fast. And what caused you to stutter is because your brain works so fast, your mouth cannot catch up. That's what caused me to stutter. It's Black Guy. Are you still interested in being on my website player? I can make a section for you so they can get your products. Let's talk about that after this is over. I'm right in the middle of an exercise right now. Not to be insulting. Okay. I was waiting for the other fellow to say something. Wait, what caused you to stutter? I didn't catch that. When your brain works at 100 miles an hour and your mouth only works at 25 miles per hour, all the words rush out and you try to get them out at once. Really fast brains will cause you to stutter. Shamar, hey, how's your night? That nice drink along with us, beautiful dress. Maybe we can share one. Nope. That's that N-word crap with an A. That N-word with an A crap there, Shamar. All right. Anyone else? Now, I like to use a little bit of humor, and I'm using the environment to drink the green drink. So, what I would say to her, now this is just me because I have a different kind of personality, okay? You see the green drink. Green? Is this St. Patty's Day? Did I miss St. Patty's Day? And she'll say, no. Well, you're drinking a green drink. I expect some bubbles come off it like from the Addams Family or something. And I try to say something to get her to laugh, and that's a little bit humorous. So what is that? How's it taste? You mind if I get a taste? I like for women to give me things. Like, it makes them, like we're sharing something. And I've gotten little sips of women's drinks all the time. It's just as jokes. And of course, I'll get a little sip out of it. That's not bad. Okay? Plory, okay, mine is actually terrible. I would never say that. Plory, be careful drinking it. It's green. Make sure no one spiked it. That's bad. Glad you recognize it was bad. But did you see what I did? Put a little bit of humor in there. Looks like an antidote use. You sick of these losers? Oh, okay, I get it. You're putting down everyone else in the club. Shamar, comedy is the way. I forgot about that. Don't forget about it. If you throw a little light joke in there, even if it's not even that funny, they'll laugh a little bit. Just to be polite. Also learn to act. Okay? You got to be a little bit of an actor at times. Like if you're going to embellish the drink, you know, like I expect to see bubbles and steam coming off that thing. Like some kind of Addams Family drink. Now, I go to clubs where people are close to my age, so we know what the Addams Family show was. And they drunk those bubbling drinks. If I was at a younger set, I wouldn't use that. Because they don't know what the Addams Family was. I just used the part where, you know, is it St. Patty's Day. In the United States, we worship, or we have the Irish Day. It's called St. Patty's Day. And that's the Irish folks, you know, got their holiday. And I think he's the one who's supposed to, I have to ask Michael Nolan when he gets in. He's the one that the legend about he chased all the snakes out of Ireland or something like that. Or he did something. I just watched a video, or part of a video on Ireland where they had, there's a city that's actually kind of underground. It got flooded. And they had, the Vikings were raiding. I saw how they had built a canal to divert them off. They went nowhere. Supreme, my acting class, I have trouble displaying happiness in roles. I feel glad you're at least taking acting. Sharmar, The Monsters was filmed in Germantown section of Philly. The house is still there. The Monsters. You mean The Munsters? You said Monsters. The show from the black and white days was Munsters. M-U-N-S-T-R-S. And I used to watch that as a kid as well. Started in black and white, then it ended up, I think it ended up in color. Okay, next one. You guys ready? Shamar, you must be on a phone. I still haven't figured out how to access YouTube on a phone where I can make comments and shit. Oh, you know what? Yeah. I'm on my channel. I don't see my video popping up. I should be able to. Oh, okay. This is. How do you guys accessing my video from phones? I'm seeing all the stuff that's in my recommended. Normally, it should pop up my video, shouldn't it? In fact, it should be like one of the first ones. Let me go home. I don't know. I'm using the app. I am signed in, Pelori. I do have the app, Sharmar. I don't know if you can see it, but there's me in the blue suit, or blue shirt. So I'm actually logged in to my own account. Professor Black Truth. The baby boomers, aka Generation Fail. He's insulting my generation. How to lose 8 inches off your waist in 2 weeks. Don't know why. Oh, because I looked at a fitness video. Fuck. It just says live for me and I click it. Yeah, okay. Killer Black. You see the same people commenting on these videos every day. Okay, Killer. Christopher, approach exercises. I want in on that. Good. Glad you're here. I've already done a couple scenarios. Sharmar, I made videos on my phone too. I actually watched your videos. They end up in my, because you put a link, they end up in my spam folder. New scenario. You're at the grocery store. There's a girl with a cart behind you. She has 2 gallons of ice cream. That's 2 separate 1 gallon things of ice cream. And what looks like a cake in her cart. What do you say to open her up? Real simple, real easy. Light. Let there be light.
Oh.
You know, that would be my first thought too. Kevin says, get over your cheating boyfriend. Except there's a cake. I ask her, does she need help with that? Nope, it's in her cart. Why would you ask her if she need help if it's in her cart? She's standing behind you in line. And of course, Kevin, you started good, but then you went cheap. I can help with that. Pelori, oh nice. Looks like you're going to a party. Get me in on that. I'm a great dancer. Not bad. Christopher, thank you. Having a birthday party? Exactly. That's what you want to ask. You know, is that cake for a birthday party? Oh, you mind sharing whose party it is? They don't buy their own cake, so it's obvious for someone else. Killer Black, I don't understand how it's so hard for these N-words to get pussy. I always had a name in my hood, so that might have helped me. I didn't really live in the ghetto, so I don't really know. Not to be sedity, but it just wasn't my life experiences. Sharmar, oh, my fault. I didn't hear the whole thing. Frank Scott, I would say, hey, what time's the party? Nice one. Hey, what time's the party? That was cheesy. King Wa. So when are you and me having ice cream? No, don't do that to a girl you don't know. Jovina, the scenario is girls standing behind you in line at the grocery store with 2 buckets of ice cream and what looks like a cake. Mm-hmm. King Wa. So when you and me having ice cream and cake together, is chocolate your fave?
There's all kinds of things you can say. Ooh, party. When should I be there? Or something like that. Yeah.
Frank Scott got it down. Eric, Killer Black. It's because the game hasn't chosen us yet. Or don't say that, Eric. I know you're frustrated at soon to be 19, but King Wild, yeah, that was weak. Yeah. A lot of black dudes try to do the come on line real fast, and you lack smoothness. That's why a lot of sisters are shutting brothers down left and right unless he looks good. Christopher, so where's the party at? And who is the party girl? We don't know if it's a girl or guy. You want to ask, so who's the cake for? You don't want to ask where the party is because you could be a murderer or a stalker. You got to back engineer women in their minds. Now, sisters might be a little more bold if they're hood, but my experience with middle class sisters is that they're like white chicks. You know, they're not telling weirdos at the grocery store anything until you warm them up a bit. Shamar, Eric, when I was 19, I was fucking a 35-year left and right. Well, I wasn't. I wish I was. I met my first girlfriend at 19 that became my ex-wife. So I didn't have no great childhood fucking history. I was a goober. Okay, so we practiced this exercise for going on 50 minutes now. We need to work on smoothing ourselves out and learning to use our brains. When you start going back to that old, for the brothers, start doing that old, what's up, ma? Can I holla? Type of shit. Imagine I'm in living color and making fun of your ass when I say that. That works. That might work for some ghetto bitches. I don't do ghetto bitches. I don't do ghetto, period. You know, I live in Sacramento, California. My dad was in the Air Force. We traveled around the fucking world. I don't have those experiences. I would never want to live in a ghetto. So I'm trying to teach what will work for everybody. So think above that. You know, think above complimenting their looks. Hey, beautiful. Hey, beautiful. They get it all the time. Let's raise up your game level to some smoothness. Okay. Anybody has any questions? Shamar says, Eric, thanks for the compliment on my hat. Let me see what that looks like. Open image in new tab. That's a fedora. It looks like you're actually doing it pretty well. That's one thing about black dudes is we always tilt our brims, you know. When I was in the movie Bird that Clint Eastwood directed, and you know they gave us our clothing and all that kind of stuff. I was an extra. You know, I took my brim, immediately tilted that shit, and that's what black dudes did back in the 40s, 30s and 40s. You know, we tilted that motherfucker. We styled that shit. We didn't wear it straight like goobs. You know, we wore the side of our heads, so to speak. Sharmar, I've been to Sacktown before, man. She was sweet. It's Smallsville. It can be kind of small. Sacktown tries to get a rep like Oakland. Sometimes, you know, motherfuckers popping up. I was at the store today, and Latinos were beefing. I was talking to the dude. First, I got out of my truck. This car, you know, ragged car pulls up, and I heard someone say, "Those niggas." And I looked in the car, like, and it was, you know, Latin guy with white skin talking to a white skinned Latina, you know, the real fair ones. And I went into the store, and as I'm, you know, pulling up, these same people were in front of me, and he was holding a a case of Bud Light. So I said, I'm friendly, so I talk to people. I say, hey, now you talk my language. That Bud Light, that's my favorite drink. That if I drink a beer, because I don't really know beers, I'll order a Bud Light. And then we started talking. Apparently, someone, one of his relatives, hit him in the head. I saw the side of his head was bleeding, and there's blood all over his shirt. And something happened on Facebook. His family was beefing with him. They came and hit him in the head with a baseball bat. Another friend of his, that relative's, you know, was beating up the girl. And another one tried to run his daughter over. So, you know, I got the story out of him. Yeah, the scoop. So Sacktown, you know, people try to act like idiots. You know, I was talking about, you know, how people are acting, you know, young fucks acting these days, trying to be all hard. Out here we have, like, you know, Latin communities like the Norteños. They're the Latin gang. We're Norteños, North California. Sharmar, Eric. I'm from a rough hood in Philly. I don't know that much about Philly. I never realized Philly had a rough hood. Well, every town has a rough area. Let me take that back. We have Oak Park and the Heights. Now, don't those names sound like, you know, Oak Park and the Heights, where, you know, some hardcore brothers, yeah. You can't bring those brothers together. That's why I didn't go on Stockton Boulevard where all the black clubs were, because gunfights. Brothers have their shit in the truck, or in their cars, rather words, and they'll go out and get their shit. Now, believe it or not, my son Christopher got shot out in the white part. You know, Sacramento, it's called Fair Oaks, and that's where, you know, all the rich white folks live, way up there in the hills. And he was at one of their clubs with one of his white friends, and somebody was beefing, and the shot went through their door. It ricocheted and hit him in the leg. Shamar, I feel you on that player. I know about Oak Park. Yeah.
Well, my kids went to school for a long time.
Jody said that's where her kids went to school because they have a Catholic school over there. I don't know why it's in Oak Park, though. You know, these lily white kids being bussed into or driven into Oak Park. It's like the other rich Catholic school is in the rich white neighborhood. And What's the name of that other Catholic school for boys?
Christian Brothers?
Well, that's what your son went to,
Oh,
Christian Brothers.
Jesuit.
Jesuits. And they're, the Jesuits are a bunch of freaks, zealots. So their football team wasn't too bad. Eric, exactly. Sharmar, I've been spoiled. Yeah, he comes from, his mom's an attorney. Raul says, what's up, Mount Rushmore? Yeah, what's up, Whitehead? Oh, man, hold on, I'll be right back. I got to show this video. So I was on Facebook and I thought this kid was a mulatto, but he ended up being Brazilian. And then I found out it was Raul.
Are you clowning Raul again?
Yes, I'm clowning Raul again. I can't help it, man. So much material to use, man. And I'm waiting for it to come through to my inbox. Pelori, I don't beef at clubs. Had a friend who went too far beefing. Dude went to his truck. My friend followed, and the dude shot and killed him. He shouldn't have followed him. When they start reaching that truck, you better stop them from reaching into their vehicles, period. Hold on, fellas. Should have got the goddamn file. It is taking a while to send that file. Yeah, the killer won the court case under self-defense? Really? Shit. That's fucked up, Pelori. Air kills with girls use protection. Sharmar, I've been around too much. Play here in these Philly clubs and house parties back in my time. I tried house parties when I was in high school. It wasn't my thing.
Everybody did house parties in high school.
Yeah. What the fuck are you making?
These are sweet potatoes. I'm going to try to make French or sweet potato fries.
Oh, go ahead and let shithead in. He's at the back door.
My hands are great. That's
Okay. Oh, I thought it was a baby boy.
No, I'll order mine in a minute. Just
Yeah, fuck him, man.
don't. My hands are occupied. Occupied.
I've never really been involved in gunplay. Not the real shit. Pelori, yeah, I can link you to the case if you want to see it, Spring. Happened a few years ago. She's talking about something. No, I've seen enough gun violence to last me a lifetime. What goes on in these clubs. Supreme, my uncle is a player. My dad is a player. Okay. That means it's potential is in you. Where did Raul go?
Mad at you. Made him mad. All this clowning.
Well, he came in saying, "What's up, Mount Rushmore head?" Yeah, I guess he learned something about the United States.
Oh, Mount Rushmore, yeah. Well, I know what Mount Rushmore is. I just
Yeah.
was wondering where that came from.
Raul's like, you ever notice how Chinese folks just don't get it? Like they'll have sign on their store, like restaurant, saying the name of the place would be "Food Nice."
Yeah.
Not nice food, but even using a name like "Food Nice." That's Raul. Since he's quit talking to me, his English has become less urban.
Was he ever really urban?
Yeah, he actually got really good. I talked a lot of shit to him, so as you know, Raul, and his English got good. Yeah. Kevin, my whole family's got simping. Pelori, yeah, I got to watch the guy shoot. My friend was painful. That would be painful. He also says, I didn't see it in person, but on the video surveillance. Fuck. Sharmar says, my dad would let me have women in house because the pad. Wow. I wonder if my dad would have. My dad was the type that, he would let us drink. And because he was allowed to drink at a young age. He said, as long as you act like men. So he didn't punish us for getting drink. My relationship with my mom back in high school wasn't good. I had to do all the fucking work. And one time I said I got pissed off, so I got into their liquor and drank it. And I was so drunk, I was trying to vacuum the backyard. And one of her cousins was coming. So she told me, fuck it. Go to bed, boy. Raul says, I could speak urban way before I met you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That was some cornball shit, Raul. Player. Yeah, I know what I'm saying. No, Raul, you were trying to be Mr. Writer dude and speaking this perfect flowery English. I did learn that Dutch is actually the easiest language for English speakers to learn if they want to learn a new language from a language expert. And I prefer Brazilian Portuguese over mainland Portuguese because of the black influence. It makes it more understandable for me. Pelori, my family is good at pulling women, but I still love learning from you, Supreme. You've helped me a lot with holding conversations and wrestling sex. Good. Sharmar, we turn out the strip clubs here too. And Raul says, keeping it real, man. That's how you should be talking to the females over there. That will give you more flavor. If you could translate that to Dutch. If you could only translate that to Dutch, you would come off cool.
I don't think that translates.
Hmm?
I don't think that translates.
I don't know. Dutch kind of sound like some German stuff or Russian stuff, real. Oh, hold on, fellas. I got to show you guys something. This is was pretty amazing. This little shit's a fucking Brazilian bass player, and he's playing a Black American song. But listen to this shit. Look at baby Raul. He looks like my brother's kid. Looks like reminds me of Joshua. Straight hair. Even got good body movements. Fantastic voyage. My dad was a bass player for all his life to 82 years of age, and that was pretty fucking impressive to me. For someone that young to be able to play the bass like that. Dude gonna smash so much pussy later in life. Yeah. Bro, oh yeah, I know that kid. He's one of my many, many disciples, right? Baby Raul. What's up, Preem? Alex says that young players got a vacation week and headed to the DR. Get your games up, but first, get your career and money together. Music speaks to a woman's soul. It speaks to my soul, too. That was always a bad song. It's still good today. Oh, that kid's sick on the bass. Yeah, he is, Christopher. Kevin Supreme. Where you see yourself 10 years from now? Retired. My goal in the next year is to invest in a franchise. It's a weight training facility. My son wants me to invest in his next venture, and it's been a horrendous or outrageous success. Great idea. Wish I'd done that myself. Eric Supreme. I stayed away from all the dark stuff, but a few weeks ago I had out of body experience and haven't been searching up those things for months. Remember, Kevin, I'm 57. 10 years, I'll be 67.
Time to let it go. Time to let it go.
Yeah. Time to let the game go. Let the young heads shine in the sun. But I got to teach them first. Eric says, I feel an astral projection is next and I can't stop it. Okay, we're an hour into the show. Any questions on the game, fellas? We got 19 folks watching us right now. Don't be shy. Ask your question. Except for Disconnected Hobo, of course. Who says, Raul, don't show face like a man, but you... I know Raul's face. He's been on my live calls. He's been on my forum. I actually know what he looks like. I don't know what you look like.
You've seen him in person.
And I've met him in person. He lives over in Europe, and I actually met him in person. You notice Alex T is showing his face. You see Eric Hill's face. Sharmar is showing his face. You replace her. That means go find another girl. Supreme, you ever felt people read your thoughts? No. David L. What is he like in person? Extreme dweeb goob. David Lukes. That's the next motherfucker I want to meet. David, I got to go to L.A. I want to go out to a club with you and see if you actually do have a pocket full of glow sticks, man.
Oh my God.
And see you and challenge you to a dance. My old ass is gonna. I don't know what I'll have to take, but I'm gonna take something so I can get up and cut a rug. I ain't let your young ass show me up. But extreme dweeb goob, you got it right. I've seen Raul on the Hangout video you used to record. Yeah. What's amazing was the change in his face when he became from that little boy face to now he has his man face. You laugh, David? Raul says, David L. Supreme told me his meeting with me was life-changing. Yeah, it was, man. I said, I'll never want to meet this motherfucker again. If I ever see his ass again. It changed my life, all right, Raul. Disoriented hobo. Not talking about her. I mean, obsessing. I can't believe you're black. That's what gets me, hobo. Number one, you're not manning up showing your face, but two, a black dude obsessing on a chick? Was she black? Raul says, I know. I'm intimidating.
Yes, we already know.
You hear Jovina? She's laughing.
I didn't meet that person. I would like to, but
Yeah.
somebody left me behind.
Well, if he ever get another pass to states, he can stay with us. Unfortunately, her parents are selling their ranch there, Raul. So they're getting a 4-bedroom or 3-bedroom house?
3-bedroom house.
Well, that's actually still an extra bedroom, though. But it's not a ranch. You know, you can't go out and play with the goats and
But if he,
pigs and
if he comes in the summer while they're gone, there's plenty of
yeah, if he comes in summertime, they're gone every summer to Portugal.
See him and my son there.
So if you can come to Sacramento, get something going to Sacramento, we got a place for you. Stay with me, you got to make sure your feet are clean. I hate young dudes with stinky feet.
Oh God.
You got to learn to wash your ass. Showers every day. Alex the A-Prime. Did you see the movie Get Out? I just saw it last night. Yeah. Supreme. Which of the players you work with went to your level and or beyond? That would be Greece, who went beyond. He went back, duplicated everything I did a little better at it. I can post a pic of myself here, Ralph says, and thank God for that, man. All you see is like an eyeball, because the thing about Raul is he's got this little skinny body and this huge fucking melon head, man. And on top of that, he's got hair on top of it. So he looks like a fucking cartoon character. Little spindly body, looks like an alien, man. He's got these big eyes that stare at you. Hi, Supreme. What was that character from the Flintstones? The guy from outer space, the little tiny body and that huge head and the antennas on top?
Oh, it was an alien.
The Great Kazoo. The Great fucking Kazoo. I'm being honest, man. Shit. He says, bro, don't hate. What was your take on the movie? Do I have to get all... yeah, you want that shit. My take on the movie. God damn. Jovian, what was your take on the movie Get Out? I actually thought about this stuff, you know, all the racial ramifications, but
I did.
In fact, we were talking about that.
First, it reminded
Nine?
me of,
That's German. Nine is German. That means, I think, was it niet in Russian? Mean no. Yeah. So, what did it remind you of?
Stepford Wives, Stepford Family, or whatever that.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of reminded me of. Like they turned them into this. They only did it to black folks for whatever reason to keep them as you said, like a slave of sorts.
Yeah, but they were replacing the white people into the at the end.
At the end of the movie, but that's not.
See, my take was, you know, I always like to compare everything to current times, and that's kind of what happened to the black race. Is the mind because the wife mind fucked him basically, and Caucasians mind fucked our race. We were not like this in the 60s and coming up to the early 70s. So I look at our race and I see how the mind fucking occurred. Remember she did the sound with the T? Sound affects black folks because we have melanin. Sound is energy. So of course our music has a powerful effect on us. So I was going into that direction. And then I saw they were replacing us. That to me was like, you know, marrying sisters to, as some of the black conscious people say, to graft onto the race. But you're not white if you marry someone black anymore. The kids are not white. I know a lot of mulattoes like to think they're white, but, you know, like I said, the cops will remind you what you are when you get stopped. So that was my take on it. I listened to what the guy who directed it came up with the whole thing, you know, was talking about it, and I liked the movie. It was really good. It was some moments in there that got me. They were kind of humorous. Hey, what's up, Aries? Aries says wasn't crazy that he used the cotton to block out the programming. Yeah, but hey, I don't know if they intended to put all that symbology in there or not, but yeah, that was kind of, yeah, I saw that. But remember, he was still being programmed, mind fucked. And the director, you know, he was a black dude. He's the one that the whole thing was, you know, his idea, I guess. Symbiology, yes, symbiology. Raul. I said symbiology, didn't I? What did you say? What was your take on it, Aries? And to the original person that asked me. One thing I'm glad was usually black folks die in these movies. So I'm glad it was a black director and he got to live. Oh, thank you, Raul. You're right. Symbology. Thank you. Supreme, did you read up on Marcus Aurelius? No, I did not. As you guys know, Marcus Aurelius, that's going back to ancient Roman times. I read bits and pieces of his writings, but I didn't read the whole thing. Houseless on Wheels. Hey, Supreme, just wanted to step in and say, what's up, dude? Glory, yo, Supreme, thanks for the lesson today. I'm off to the gym. Peace out. Peace out to you too, man. Don't give away all of it. I haven't seen it yet. Okay. House says great philosopher. I guess Eric there must be covering Roman philosophy or philosophers. Alex T. I thought it was very interesting that had a mixed race black. Oh, I forgot to mention that. I go on about that. And she's tricking him into trouble. Yeah. Mixed race. That a mixed race black man would write it. He's mixed. I didn't think he was mixed. But more power to him anyway. He has a white wife. At that, that Negro must have visualized that at some point. But Jordan Peele is terrific. Supreme, have you seen the movie called John Wick Chapter 2? Of course I have. Oh yeah, Common. Yeah, Common's in there. Cool that he got to live also. I guess they were peers in the movie John Wick. I like number 1 too, as well. Eric, in the movie they got 2 main characters from Matrix, Keanu Reeves and Red Pill guy. Don't need to check out the trailer. I've seen the movie, Eric. Aries or Rideshare Live. Okay, I'm going to read what he says because it's a free show here. That whites secretly envied our superior genes, and yeah, I forgot to talk about that too, but I know what you're going with that. They resent us for it a bit. Also, how her whole con was fucking her boyfriend's friends behind his back. Actually, her whole con was to bring, to me, I saw it as to always hunt for black males, so they could bring them back there to the town and have their bodies taken over. And she was the bait. And Cynthia G talks about that in some of her videos. Alex T. Also, I want to send you a small gift. Maybe you could take your lady out to dinner. Give me a link or something. Yeah, just go to my store and hit the contact me. It'll go right to the email address. This, not my store, but go to my site. So the first part of my address, the Player Supreme Show info, that's where it goes. So I don't want to put my address out here on YouTube or my email address. And we'll take it from there. Eric, they're making part 3. Good. And Eric says, I'm not studying philosophy in school, just checking out Marcus Aurelius to make me mentally stronger. Gotcha. I've been watching Naked and Alone. Houseless. Have you seen that show? Naked and Alone? These snipers, Marine guys, Army sergeants, tough guys, they get buck naked along with a girl, and they go out into these wild areas to test their survival skills. And these males end up being the biggest little bitches. Like I was watching season 2, I think it was number 1 last night. And this dude was all buffed up, man. He had, quads, calves, shoulders, pecs, everything. And he had been a biggest whiner. And the girls always have to, stroke these guys' ego up so they'll get up and do something. And it made me think of the game, women in relationships. The pussy is the best trap, Alex says. Shamar, LOL. Hobo, John Wick is not about the game. This is why everyone is bad shape talking about movie instead of game. Actually, there's game in movies. But Aries, but remember when the fat guy called and she was trying to, yeah, she suddenly flipped the script and tried seducing him. But remember the one person that they found out that they knew. Now he had friends. He said I knew him back in the days, like quite some time ago. If that was the case, he would have been next. And he didn't recognize the other guy's photos that he saw. Sad that most dudes would fall for that if their friend's girl called on that BS. Yeah, I know. A lot of guys would. That's why when I watch Cheaters or Maury Povich, I know it's been a while, but I've watched that show quite often. That's oftentimes the case. Their best friend might be the baby's father. Thomas Jones, are you a fan of The Walking Dead? Not anymore. I quit watching it. When they killed off the little black guy from Everybody Hates Chris, I had enough. And the reason is because of the racial stuff that Hollywood does to black people. If you remember True Blood, notice how both the blacks were homosexuals. I don't know if you know who David Chappelle was, but he was talking about how they always make black males either get shot in the ass or put on a dress, and he refused to do that. I'm very aware of that type of stuff, so I don't watch that. I also don't watch TV shows that have blatant homosexuality in them. My choice, my life. Let's kind of get off that subject because this is a multiracial show, and that's why I end up with a number of black dudes on there. You guys go to this stuff. Okay. Fuck that. I'm just gonna drink this shit. Mucinex! Shit works. But the aftertaste is a motherfucker. Ride share. And all the white folks asking the boyfriend about black celebrities. All blacks have dealt with that. Ask about black celebrities. Yeah, I've dealt with that too. Remember I told you guys my friend Craig and his family, they never brought up anything black to me. They're like the main ones I can think of. His uncle, the same thing. He really comes from a really good family. He and I talk about, black, white issues all the time. We could joke about it, laugh about it, talk about it, because we're good friends. But his parents and sister and brother never brought up anything. Like you get the one, I heard that black people, you guys probably get that one if you're black. I heard black people, blah, blah, blah. Or, did you see Beyonce? So, you guys are going too fast for me. A dose of reality. Women are more attracted to men with dark triad personality traits. What is a dark triad personality traits? What does that mean? Thomas Jones? I already talked about I don't watch things with homosexuality, but he asked me, what are your thoughts on female porn? Dangerous. Dangerous to straight men. Very, very dangerous. This is the most powerful thing the gay community has come up with. Is female porn. Someone told me, I think it was last year when I did my little investigation of what the guy was talking about, that female porn is like the hottest porn around. And I had some pop up one day too. Actually, just a few days ago on my computer. When I went to thepiratebay.org, again, got another pop up. The time before that, Jove and I were sitting here, and all of a sudden, we had the pop up, and there was a girl that was, rubbing her pussy, and we're sitting there, trying, watching shit. But anyway, I first ran across this back in the early 2000s on So Suave. Some guy, some desperate kid, poor kid, came in saying, Why don't we just go find a female girl? And they post this, it looked just like a fucking chick. Brazilian. Speaking of Raul, that's the main place where they create these things. What the surgeries they go through, you can't fucking tell till they pull their pants down in front. I mean, I've seen them with big asses and little bitty waists, and I think that's the most dangerous thing to straight males. They're trying to hook motherfuckers in every day. Get you on their side of the fence. It's becoming a war out here. Already they have to have 3% homosexual content in the TV shows. This is a fact, by the way. 3% homosexual content in order for it to be aired on the television stations in America. Wait, he says, so female porn is gay? Correct? Thomas, how could you not know that? You do know that a female is a man, right? If you've seen the stuff, you see the dick and balls hanging between his legs. How could you not know that's gay? That's insulting to men to not even know that's gay. As I told the idiot on So Suave, well, that thing is going to want some satisfaction. You know, okay, you're going to bust a nut in his mouth or in his butthole. That's gay, in another man's butthole. But what you going to do when he wants a nut? And payback is a bitch. But many people with triad traits. Damn, it sounds familiar. Like it's from the early 2000s. Yeah. Dark triad. Let me Google that real quick to catch up again. Who brought up this old shit? That's old. The dark triad is a subject in psychology that focuses on 3 personality traits: narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. Use the term dark implies that people possessing these traits are right, malevolent qualities. Narcissism is characterized by grandiosity, pride, egotism, and lack of empathy. Well, that's one thing I am very strong in, is empathy. But I've got a lot of pride, I've got a lot of ego, and I do have elements of grandiosity within me. Yeah, I dismissed that shit a long time ago. Always trying to fuck with players. That's good to hear, Thomas Jones. That's what's dangerous about that porn is, I guess you must be young. You never thought about it being homosexual content. Let's see. Would you date female if there were no female? No, that's another guy. And that's a stupid question because it would never happen. I don't have a problem with gays. I don't have a problem with she-males, trannies. You know, stay in your own lane. I can be friendly. I can talk, but I'm not interested. Number one, I'm not interested in dying of AIDS. Okay? I have no desire to catch AIDS. I'm not dying that hideous death. And if someone says, but they got drugs, fuck you. Fuck you. That means I couldn't have sex with my girlfriend anymore unless I wore protection. Did she ask for that? If you got girlfriends, did they ask for that? No. That's how AIDS spreads into the black community so badly. Going to jail, getting turned out, then getting out of jail and trying to be straight, and you don't got the shit. The brothers on the down low, back in Georgia and shit, Jovi, let me have some water. Preem not fucking a damn she-male. And neither is any real man. We will rub it out like every other self-respecting. I'd rather rub it out, yeah. And I was, when I saw the porn, I was like, whoa. Then I saw the dick and balls. Ew. Dinah Vase, what are you talking about, player? Thomas Jones. Did you guys hear that? He goes, Dinah Vase, what are you talking about, player? Wow. The homosexual agenda is working. Now they don't even know what AIDS is anymore. AIDS is a hideous disease that's been around since the late 90s. It's been around before that, but it got really strong late 90s. Causing death in the gay community. It started in the gay community because of bisexual males. They transferred it, don't mention drug addicts. Bisexual males transferred it to straight women. Straight women transferred it to men. Back then, I remember this one nurse. She was working with a person with AIDS, and she was working with his blood. She got infected by his blood because of, I guess she wasn't wearing the right gloves or something. Or the beaker broke and cut her. She died of AIDS. AIDS will kill you. She-males are in the gay community. They take dick up the ass from gay men. So, what do you think? How old are you, Thomas? It can be passed around by a man to a woman. Now Thomas says, I don't think AIDS come from gays. Did you hear that, Jovina?
What?
He must be like 15. This kid thinks AIDS didn't come from gays. You are not 29. Nobody 29 is that stupid. Holy, no way. I can't, I'm sorry. I can't believe it, man. Nobody of your age is that dumb. With an English name. I think you're trolling. Because I can't, no. Everybody of any adult age, even Eric knows AIDS comes from gays. The first AIDS case was traced down to a gay, what Christopher does. Flight attendant. Justin, I'm going to move off the subject. I seen a movie a band played on. Watch that movie, Thomas. A band played on. Don't know what it's about. I watched The Crying Game when I was young. It was about a transsexual in Ireland. It had, damn it. Who's that guy with the messed up eye?
Oh man, you want me to remember that?
Yeah, never mind.
I not know who it is.
Forrest Whitaker in it.
Oh, Whitaker.
Yeah, he fell in love with this girl. He thought it was a girl. Ended up being a little boy, mulatto, mixed race. Ended up being a Raul. A lot of Brazilians are in Ireland right now. You Jelly Supreme, are you able to see any of my messages? I haven't been there. Anything new coming up that I should know about? Any emergencies? Anything you need to talk about? Any questions? Are you Jelly? Kevin Gatto, dose of reality. Why you so mad? Chill out. Thomas says I'm not very knowledgeable about AIDS. What country do you live in, Thomas? Supreme, no in YouTube. Fuck. I haven't been looking at everybody's messages. Sorry, it's going kind of fast. Let's go up here. Let's see. I think you said hello a long time ago. Yeah, I don't see anything up by scrolling up. Retype them. I'll get them. I live in America. Holy fuck. See, nobody can believe that you don't know a thing about AIDS if you live in America. Now people calling you a troll was what I thought as well. Sorry, but I quit school when I was in 8th grade. Oh. Okay, so that's why you made that stupid statement that AIDS didn't come from homosexuals. Rideshare. Have you ever dealt with a woman who used your religious affiliation as an objection to dating you? No. I didn't have any religious affiliations. I.e., I want to date a Christian man? No. Come on. I'm hunting nightclubs? What's her ass doing in a fucking nightclub? Yeah. Okay, Thomas, I see you regret it. Yeah, you should have stayed in school. But not that you got an education on AIDS in there. I don't know if they even teach anything about it in school, which is unfortunate. Back when AIDS was really prevalent, when I was younger, there were a lot of TV programs on it. In fact, that's where I learned there's a certain group of white folks who can't get it. Most white folks survived through the Dark Ages, the Black Plague. White folks we see today, there's a certain gene in a few of them because they survived the Black Plague. They've tried to infect them with AIDS and they don't get it. And that's where I was wondering, why don't they do research when they're trying to find a cure for this on that? And Thomas, you have a computer, so why don't you Google information on AIDS and teach yourself? It's a very serious disease. I'm almost 34, and we learned about AIDS. Yeah. Supreme Ados asks, I can see you have your work cut out for you. Some of these guys are squares to the 10th degree. You're not kidding, man. Justine, those were gypsies, Supreme, because they don't know what you're talking about, Justin. Who were gypsies? I was talking to Thomas about AIDS. Not sure what you're talking about. Oh, I think you're talking about the movie A Crying Game. Is dinner done? Oh, hold on. Sharmore, hobo, you're insult your own with that fuck up pick? Yeah. Justin, I'm referring to the survivors of the Great Black Plague. Really? That's not what the program I watched said about these people that were resistant to AIDS. And if you're talking about gypsies, they actually originated in Egypt, which means their starting race was black. Then they went to India, and their look changed again. And from India, they branched out into Europe. And I have no idea if black folks could survive the Black Plague. I have no information on that. But if those gypsies did, something in their blood allowed them to survive it. But we sure can't survive AIDS. There's several white folks, they can't get AIDS because they have a certain gene. Rideshare. What's with Michael Nolan looking up anal sex and porn stars on YouTube? Posted it in the shop. Yeah, I'm gonna stop him from that. I gotta send him a note. I didn't realize he was that off. Weird. Christopher, your success program has been helping me tremendously. Yes, I have to post day 13 today, which I'll do after I finish eating my dinner. The last couple of days I've been doing actual podcast shows and loving it. Justin, the very wealthy also survived the Black Plague. That would be because they weren't in the cities where all the filth was. When I was watching these shows on the Black Plague, it's because mosquitoes were carrying the Black Plague. And the people of Europe were just fucking filthy. There's a good book out called Dirt. And it talks about how filthy the conditions were in Europe. Like, they use the example of this lord when he died. He wore 7 coats because the castles were fucking cold. And when they peeled one coat off, there was like a swarm of fleas. Like a sea of fleas that swarmed down to the next coat. And they peeled that one off. And they swarmed down to the next one. They actually recanted that. He had so many fleas on him. They didn't really have good bathrooms in those castles. And people just didn't know how to bathe. In fact, at one time, the Catholic Church outlawed bathing because it was too close to Islam. You know, Islam, it's all about bathing. The Catholic Church hated anything Islam. So they outlawed numbers. They outlawed reading. Because it was a competing religion. And like, you think of two businesses. They're both businesses. They're both fighting for territory. Jelly Supreme. Wasn't mosquitoes. Was the fleas that were on rats carried Black Plague. I heard that also. I heard that one as well. The fleas and the rats. But thanks for the contribution. Supreme, I could be... No, actually, I heard that one too. No fighting, fellas. You guys, cut the bullshit out. Jovina. Yeah. Fellas asking, Supreme, Jovina ever made you sweet potato casserole with pecans and marshmallows? No. Thomas, I watch a lot of porn. I like dominant porn. That's what I'm into. You must be a white guy. No offense. That's typically what white guys like. That means you like when they do the fish hook and spit on them and all that kind of shit. I don't watch porn anymore, but when I did, I like to see kissing in porn. Didn't really have a big ass. Big ass was my favorite. My least favorite was that German porn because they were pretty violent and brutal. I didn't like that. I'm an old guy. I'm old school. You Jelly Supreme, I'm pissed they have faggotry in superhero movies now. I haven't seen this. I have not seen this, you Jelly. By the way, Eric, you're spelling Jovian. Look what you're spelling, Jovian. It's Jovina. I've had it before. It's not my favorite. Thomas suggests I'm white. Yeah, I knew that. By the porn you like. I wonder what black guys like. Black dudes. What's your genre of porn? James Supreme, I'm looking to get into shape. Do you still that workout plan? James, go to my store, see if it's still there. I forgot if I think I took it down, but see if it's still there. Click the link that's below this video. Kevin, if they got it in Disney movies, they'll have it everywhere. That's too bad. Amateur black porn, Dupree says. Amateur, yeah. I remember that. Anyone else want to volunteer? Wouldn't that make you feel a little bit insecure, Dupree? Because, brothers in porn, man. They're sporting them 10s and 11s. At least in my day. Yes, it is, Eric. Eric asks, is Jovina spelled correctly? Yes. I don't know how you got Jovian. That didn't even sound like Jovina. Those realities said he liked watching chicks masturbate. Okay, to each his own. How much is past shows? Go to my store and click on the link and see what the price is. 80 something. Kevin Gatto, white, black, Indian, Spanish porn. I'll watch them all as long as they got a big ass. That's usually what Caucasian fellas like there, Thomas, is the brutal stuff. Alex says, I like black morena, mulatto women, period. H.L. says, big booty, deep throat. Those rounds says, better watching another man screw the broad. Eric says, good price for hundreds of shows. Thomas, kind of rough porn is my thing. Yeah. Any of you guys made your own porn? I did. A couple times. Eric, I like passion. Me too, Eric. But you're just a kid. You're 19 now, though. Almost 19, so you're over 18. Christopher, when I used to watch it, everybody said I used to watch it. I love seeing foreign women with big asses. You jelly supreme. You keep missing my message from earlier. I don't know why, although I'm still going strong with the weight loss. Don't watch Deadpool. I did watch Deadpool twice. And how did I fucking miss your message? Hey, this thing's going pretty fast. Supreme was Deadpool. That's the last one I saw. But I didn't read it. It didn't make sense. Here. Yep, I got your message. I'm pissed they have faggotry in superhero movies. You jelly? Supreme, I could be wrong. Yeah, we talked about the mosquitoes, so I didn't miss anything. But congratulations. What are you down to? Jovina, take them headphones off. Your phone just went off. Jen says, I like the big asses too. Thomas. They were going to change the subject from porn before I leave and eat my dinner. I don't want to leave on a low subject. Porn to me is for guys that got no women. I can see if you have women, but if you don't have women, you should be leaving porn alone. Because why, Thomas? Because you self-satisfied yourself. So your desire to go find a woman to fuck gets low. You're like these little creeps. Creepy, scrawny little dweebs jacking off in the dark. Who's that baby?
I don't know.
Is it a Portuguese baby?
No, he's at home somewhere. So it's got to be a French. Oh, I think it might be his French baby.
Oh. He could be Portuguese. Huh?
Cute.
Yeah. That's pretty much eat. What am I eating tonight, Jovina?
Omelet and
Omelet?
Yes, omelet.
Omeletta.
So it has to be made at the last minute, and we're gonna try these sweet potato fries.
Sweet potato fries. Did you fry them? You don't give me some.
Cook them in the oven. Taste one. Just sweet
This
potato.
don't sound right.
They're good.
Cooked in the oven. Sweet potato fries.
I didn't want to leave.
All it really is a piece of
Sweet
sweet
potato.
potato.
It's good. Sweet potato is good for you. By the way. Will you stop making faces? Fine.
Tastes like I don't want to. It tastes like sweet potatoes though.
That's because that's what it is.
Yeah, I know. It tastes like sweet potatoes. Don't taste like a French fry or a chip or whatever you're trying to make. Right here. Are you still upgrading the Zen Mac site soon? Remember, I was going to move it. But I ran out of the dough that I need to actually move it. I don't have the skills to... I need someone that can transfer all of the files over to a WordPress. Because I have no idea how to run a PHP. But I should be getting some dough soon. Alex says I'd rather buy some pussy than beat my meat in the pulp like some of you guys. I'd rather you didn't buy pussy. I'd rather you go get some pussy, Alex. I know you make a lot of money, but paying for pussy is what a trick does. I did that twice in my life when I was a kid. First time I had sex with a girl, I went to 4th and T and paid for it. And I went back and got seconds after that and never again. Jovina. This one guy says, I'll make Jovina my woman.
What? Laughing, right?
Nah, I ain't blocking yet. Sharmar, LXT. Never trick off your money because find a woman. Yeah, you're going to DR, hopefully not paying for hookers, man. That's just low. Get in the game. Go to the DR and find some females. All you gotta do is go to a fucking club over there. Go to Brazil. Because that's the spot where all the rich brothers talk about going. There's even a video with them talking about it right here on YouTube. I don't know what the name is, but you can search for it. Type in black men in Brazil or something like that. Justin. A lot of famous men are tricks because prostitutes don't talk. Duh, yeah. Okay. No more fighting, fellas. Jovina, make my omelet. I'm ready to eat. I've been doing this for 2 hours. I can't stand the little chit-chat stuff afterwards because it always degenerates. I want to try to have an exercise to do when we come in here, a reason to be here. Alex, listen, I have multiple women. My chick in the DR actually works for a newspaper company out of Spain. So you got women. Okay, good. Dupree, damn, I want a Dominican woman, but I'm not tricking on them. Eric. Who's this respecting your teacher? I'm not reading all the comments, so it's going a little bit too fast sometimes. And I miss a lot. I don't have my glasses on. Blogs, there's always women willing to fuck. I agree. Christopher, what gave you a desire and passion to teach guys how to be real men and real players? Well, I started teaching guys how to get women, how to basically get pussy back when I was on the Pimps Network because I saw a need for it. And I actually, liked it when guys came back and said what I taught them was successful. It strokes your ego. I did it for my ego, to be honest with you. That's what everybody, like even Mother Teresa, it made her feel good to do what she was doing. So it made me feel good. No, I'm actually done there, Eric. Eric says, Supreme will wait while you eat. No, I don't want to have people watch me eat. And I'm also done chit-chatting.
It's our quality time now.
Exactly, it's our quality time. Difference between players and Max. Good question. Max pull money out of women like pimps do. Only they do it legally. They get women to give their savings up, their parts of their paycheck. They'll have a bunch of females to take care of their needs. Tariq Nasheed, he was a Mac. Players. Now I had the same power of a Mac, 'cause I got the same stuff. But a regular player, he actually plays himself for pussy. He gets lots of pussy. What I'm trying to teach you guys is to be a high-level player like I was, to do what a Mac does, but not full-time. To be able to pull money out of them when you want it, to have girls buy you a car if you need it like I did, to have girls take you on trips like I did, have girls buy you clothes like I did. That's what I actually started to teach. Now all I teach is teach guys how to get a woman or women. Have you seen Tariq's proof of gain? Heard he was a fraud from Sinful. No, I haven't. Nor have I seen Sinful's proof of gain. I heard about Tariq. If he was the brother, he was actually on the track trying to, one of the pimps said he was pimping with a baby in the car. I don't know if that's true. I'm down 20 pounds now and have a lot of gains in my overall health. Fuck yeah. Jelly says he's doing my program and he's down 20 pounds. And he's going on week number 4. This is week 3. Yeah. Yeah. Jovina said that's really good too. You Jelly. Thanks for highlighting so I see it. I didn't see it before. Of course, I would have noticed it if I saw it. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Right here, Ari says, strangers watching you eat. Yeah. Eating videos. There's a market for that. No, not here.
Yeah, we don't do that kind of thing.
Alex says, you sound like a straight hater. Get your bread up. And that, Dr. Alex, you wimp. You guys are fighting again, huh? Sinful had girls send him money order before he met them. Saw a lot of proof on his Instagram. Okay. Is Sinful a Mac? Because he doesn't do any pimping. He says I'm not a pimp. You Jelly. My start date was February 20th. Wow. This is only the 9th. Let me talk to you, Jelly, for a minute before I finish. Any problems with any of the exercises? And are you able to, second question is, are you able to finish all of the sets? No. Eric says, Supreme, think these damn kids talking shit. LOL, let me go eat my sweet potato crackers. I'm not eating those things. No, I got to go take a leak. I was thinking how fucked up my body's getting. Okay, Disoriented Hobo. I've said it a couple times. I do feel like a father here with some fighting kids. Right here, Aries. For your future products, are you moving to audio and video versus ebooks? I've already done that. There, Aries. Kevin at Dose. Oh, come on, fellas. I'm gonna start banning people. Next comment, man. I know. Next comment, okay? Next comment. Seriously, quit the fighting, fellas. Just let it go. Let it roll. Eric, imagine we all came over. We would be brawling in your living room. You would slap the shit out of all of us.
Now, boys.
I'm so old, I don't think I can fight anymore. Supreme, I just stand up. I know, but do it somewhere else. You're in my house now. Supreme, this guy. You're in my house, Kevin. Just ignore them. You jelly. Doing abs, my back started bothering me. Was sharp pains enough to have me freeze. You're doing your abs on your bed, correct? There shouldn't be any pain on the back. Also, if you watch the video, she's just doing crunchies. And that just moves your stomach muscle. So you must be trying to raise up too high against, on top of the bed. Fuck. In one of those videos, I think it was in number 2, at the very end, there was a stretch program. Make sure you always do that same stretch program where you do the leg crossover stretch, because that stretches your lower back out. You'll get your thighs stretch out. And I forgot to add that to the end of week number 3 and week number 1. I'm going to splice that off and make sure I stick it in at the very bottom of week 4. My cat, the cat, got 2 of them. They don't eat milk. You know, I used to love to brawl on the internet. So I feel you, but let's not do it here. We're here to learn the game. No, actually I do buy the fat one. He gets the majority of my rotisserie chicken that I buy. Hey, Preem, the link is acting strange for the donation. Do I click on my store? Yeah. I don't know if there's a donation. There shouldn't be a donation here, but if you go to store, there's a donation button. I haven't set up that. What's that thing called? Patreon? I don't know what the fuck that is. I see a lot of people on YouTube say, donate to my Patreon. I guess that's a donation thing. Like they must take a percentage or something like that. Christopher, I'm going to send you a few pics of me. I'm an ectomorph. Can you give me suggestions? I'll give it to you right now. Hit the gym and do your sets to failure. Okay. Also supplement your diet with a protein drink immediately right after you weight train. Outside of that, eat. Eat whatever you like eating because you're an ectomorph. You'll burn it off. Your jelly, it's more than a struggle. This is my dinner. To do any bending of the knees, but walking and the aerobic cardio. I don't have any walking in my exercise program. I haven't had any pain in the knees. I'm having to go to the store. I'll be back in 20 or 30. I'll be gone. See you next time there. And I'm out, fellas. My dinner's done. I'm going to eat. First, I got to take a piss. Peace.